Now guys, I know it's been a minute, but please trust me, this is so worth it. Let me jump straight in. We're moving. Now, those of you guys who have followed my journey from the very beginning, you'll know that this all started from the driveway and it eventually ended up in a small milking parlour. Then it went into a grain store, and now we have broken what I thought was ever possible. And we have come to a unit which is just absolutely insane for me. I know that there are bigger units. However, I have worked so hard to get here, as of the team. But this place has been hand built and is still being built. This video is a bit late, I do apologise. This was supposed to be out Easter weekend. This unit has been absolutely start from fresh, purpose built for us. A lot of you guys who have followed Juice Motors, the journey and everything that's encompassed along with Juice will probably remember the first unit was in a colour called Kernel of Truth, now which was the brand. It was all yellow and black. That was where the channel I feel grew mostly. And the second unit I don't feel had the same, I don't know, I didn't paint the walls. I was actually worried it would look slightly childish, and so I tried to go down the more professional route. I was growing the business and the channel at the same time. Things got very busy, and then things got very interesting. Now the second unit, I spent a lot of money building the place to be fit for purpose. But as it turns out, we weren't really supposed to be there. Building that unit, skinning it, fitting it with electrics, fitting it with ramps, building the whole business to be ready and fit to make more content than ever, to build awesome defenders, make some insane projects happen. And everything was going great until we got a letter through the post about planning. Now what ended up happening was we got a letter through from the planning committee saying that we were essentially going to be evicted. Now, this was pretty early on when we entered the unit. I think it was about 6 months in. Now this was a massive blow for me and my business, and we had to go down the paths of appealing with the planning committee and adhering to a load of area of outstanding natural beauty codes of conduct, residential planning, a load of stuff, and a real big headache when you're trying to grow a young business. Now, I never let it dishearten me, but looking back, it was actually more stressful than I could have possibly imagined. In the first unit that a lot of you guys have watched me in, I used to stay late all the time, coming on the weekends and just crack on and put the music on and get stuff done. Now, what ended up happening was we could only work certain hours and no weekends at the second unit. Now, this was no bank holidays. I literally had to be there between 8 and 6, and if I was outside of those hours or caught outside of those hours, we would be evicted. So we had to play very, very well behaved, and it just became very stressful. And I actually think I got burnt out without realising it. And not that I ever fell out of love with what we do, but there was a stress bubbling behind the scenes. And it was only this Christmas time that we basically made the decision to up sticks and move the whole business. Now that is a huge undertaking for any scale of business, easier for a small business. However, is it? Because then you've got cash flow worries. Now, I'm not gonna go on this episode about business or anything like that, but I just wanted to translate that across how much of a relief it is to now be in this building. Now, I actually envisioned the 1st of April that we would be up and running in this building, but I have added on a few bits and a few extra features and a few things which have delayed it. Now, I'm not too bothered about that because this place is literally the place of my dreams. I can't even begin to tell you how it feels to be in this unit. It's not the biggest of units. It's about double the width inside and a little bit longer. But we were completely bottlenecked by our facility at units 1 and 2. I will be very sad to leave behind the farm, but it's one of them. It's the natural progression of this business and the channel and everything I care about. But this place has been made to feel, to me, this sounds so weird. This place here has been made to feel like the first unit, where it was just created out of love and passion for what I wanted to do. The second place was more of a professional business environment. Then it kind of, I suppose as the business grew, it kind of just, I don't know. Looking back, it didn't have the right vibe. There's something about it. And I think it all came from the letters, you know, that kind of stress. Because actually the farm is just so great. But I'm interested to see just what happens next with this place. So guys, let me give you the grand tour of our 8,000, something around that square foot facility here in Kent. Can you believe it? Certainly not me. Let me show you what we're dealing with. Okay guys, so let's go outside and have a little look. It's pitch black and it's raining. But we're on a private gated estate. I'm gonna pressure wash all this. I'm gonna have some table out here for some beer in the sun, maybe some lunch. Absolutely fantastic. Now the outside of this building is bigger than the inside, but I don't care about that, and I hope you guys don't mind either. I'm in the Discovery 2, by the way, which is just an underrated vehicle. How great are these? Huge, very secure building, big sliding doors. By the way, what I'm walking on, all of this concrete, all the way around here, this is all ours. It's ridiculous. I'm so chuffed because this means we can just have better organisation of the space inside. Do excuse the yellow machine. Oh God, I miss it so much. It will be built here. Dead Land Rovers. Right up to the end of that, this is all ours. How unbelievable. So good usable space. I'm going to put containers here and have everything organised and stored and just make this place, God, I want it to be like a McLaren factory. I want this place to be absolutely fantastic. Now what I've really struggled with in previous buildings, previous units, is storage space, and it is just so incredibly expensive. We're near London, it's just unbelievable. You'd never imagine the costs involved, and then trying to find a building where people let you do B2 mechanical use. It's a minefield. Honestly, we're surprised we're here, and I'm ever thankful and grateful. Ridiculous. But I want to create a lot of storage in this place. This place has been really designed in my head from my experience of what we've been dealing with for the last 5 years. Let's go inside and show you what we're dealing with. Why do I keep saying that? Anyway, we're in. Now, this is, we've had this whole thing built by a wonderful builder, and I will happily leave a recommendation because he is fantastic. This was a standing weird office pod with some very odd features, but essentially, yes, this was always the entrance. There was a wall here, and it was just like you were sort of funneled, and so was there here, by the way. So you had a wall here and a wall here, and you were sort of funneled into this door. There was a half door here, and then you had this tiny, weird, odd little room. Very strange indeed. A toilet in there. I've had the whole thing. I've had walls, obviously this is all just stud walls, by the way, so this isn't crazy. Knocked down this wall to make this one big office. Customer toilets and ladies' toilets. Bit of a waiting area. I've had this all acoustic soundboarding, the dry plasterboard but soundproof, insulated so that when we're making all noise with the tools and the phone's ringing, it's just a nice place to work. You know, we've been dealing with mud and poor toilet facilities and no internet, and honestly, it's been a real challenge. I've loved it looking back because it's really made us resourceful. I feel like with what we had to deal with previously, in the last 2 units, we became very resourceful, and that is super handy, very thankful, very boring about how I keep going on about stuff. Let me show you. This is going to be the customer area. Really nice. Customer toilet and ladies' toilets. Oh, it's just all very nice. We've had it all totally done. All new toilets, the whole lot. Now, this will be like a reception desk here. There'll be Molly and Dan sitting here. So there'll only be 2 people in the office. There'll be like a half wall sort of situation, but this is just all brand new, literally all brand spanking new. Then you come through to my office. I've had my office extended, which is very nice now. Again, this isn't a massive place, but it's just ridiculous in comparison to what I've been used to. Now, I've had this office wall extended out a little bit so that there's a bit more breathing room. It really bugged me, being what I do, designing and stuff. This window was not centralised, so I had it made central. you can say I'm stupid or not, but it just really bugged me. So this will be where I'll basically have consultations when we design cars. I can sit down in the evenings, I can sketch, I can look at the numbers, I can edit. Wow, how ridiculous. It's just, this is something I have never had, and I'm so looking forward to just having my own private space where I can just think about stuff, design cars, edit YouTube, and just really, really push things forward. And you come straight out underneath a brand new mezzanine that we've had constructed. This wasn't here before, but I had it all built, and there is a method to my madness, but let me explain. Under here, we're basically something again that I've struggled with in previous units that I haven't designed, is things that I would never anticipate for. So where does the oil go? Where does the aircon machine go? Where does things like engine cranes and just that kind of stuff which gets in the way, heavy goods, brand new gearboxes, engines, stuff like this. There's a lot to unpack here with running a garage, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. So we're going to have pallet racking up here, and all heavy goods all organised on here. I'm sure some of this is to change, but if you guys have got any recommendations to assist, please do. We're going to have the similar layout to the current unit, so ramp 1, ramp 2, ramp 3. I have no intentions of getting any more ramps. I would like more floor space, which is what we have got. By the way, we've got security, loads of stuff going in, so don't be concerned about that. I've walked this unit more times than you can imagine, but this unit was constructed with the idea of the mezzanine floating above the office pod so that we can kind of section off this. We've still got essentially double width even up to the mezzanine of our current unit. So even when a chassis swap, you can have, chassis swap's probably going to be on ramp 3 towards the end, or ramp 2. You can roll the car goes up, chassis comes out here, loads of room to disassemble, roll the axles off. It's incredible how much space you need when you split cars down. And this is where I want to utilise the outside space and just make so much more sense of this business and the content, everything that encompasses everything you see. Now, in between each ramp, I've had metal steel fabricated tables made. Please excuse the mess, this is literally a building site. We have been moving stuff from the old unit, I've then been unpacking it in my spare time, so please, it will not look like this. And there's other bits and bobs happening, but anyway, the builders have made great use of the tables because they are incredibly sturdy, and I haven't tried to pick one up, but we needed a forklift to get each individual one off. Now, these are 8mm plate topped steel engineering flat tables. These things are so heavy duty, and it's one of them. I bought it once. This will last me a lifetime if I look after it and keep it painted, and the top is lightly oiled, but I mean, you probably can't even see what I'm talking about because it's just a load of builder's mess. But we've had one made with heavy duty caster wheels so that we can roll it around. So when I'm explaining stuff, you know, the idea of this was that we could put an engine and a gearbox and a transfer box on this if we so desire, and these tables will absolutely hold that. You Google, I mean, do me a test, will you? This is the way the world is now. If you Google heavy duty table, you want to see the stuff that comes up. I mean, I've got a couple of them, and you put something like a transfer box on, which doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, weigh a lot. Certainly not to qualify the name heavy duty. And the wheels buckle, the whole thing crumples like a crisp packet. So these things, it's just insane. These, I mean, the idea is to have a vise, you know, mounted to, we can have a fabrication area here, a vise mounted one. If you hit it with a sledgehammer, this thing, the table is going to be solid, let me tell you that. It's just going to survive. These things are so solid. Let's try and lift one up. Oh my goodness. Honestly, that must weigh at least 150 kilos. That is incredibly heavy. I cannot lift it here. I have to lift it via my shoulders. I cannot lift it with my arms. That is so heavy. So we're going to have a fabrication area here where the painting stuff is, and this is going to be where you're going to be doing, oh, well, I have to show you guys this. This is so cool. There's a guy on eBay, and he makes an anvil out of a railway track. It was 145 quid, and it's made out of proper British steel. A lot of these Chinese anvils will definitely dent the surface with a gentle hammer. I think this thing outlast me. 145 quid. I agree it's a little bit slim, but that's just so cool, if anything else. But for making little brackets, tapping things flat, they've milled it flat like a cylinder head and then obviously created this I can't remember what it's called. Basically for bending radiuses and stuff, but bolt to the table, bolt it to one of these, hit it as hard as you like, it's not going anywhere. I thought that was really cool. Anyway, the tech stuff here, we've got electric hand dryers. Unbelievable. I can't explain to you how excited I am to just have dry hands. Swafiga things, we've got air fresheners, we've got, toilet paper. Don't ask. Tech toilet in here, auto lights, so they've all got ample space. There's going to be a huge sink. If this is exciting to you, I fear you might be over 30 as well. You can wash your arms. Just, honestly, when you work on cars every day, you want to go home and you know, if you can't clean your hands properly, you can't clean your arms, if you've been doing a gearbox or something, you're covered, especially if these Land Rovers are wax oiled. The least you can want to be able to do is just wash up. So, again, this is what we've been dealing with in the last two facilities. I feared that it's just not, we weren't quite there, do you know what I mean? In terms of, we're building some real nice Defenders, and they're almost diamonds in the rough. The rough is the facility, and the vehicles we're doing, we're having to take such extreme care because we are tight spaced, and we have more than enough here. Certainly for my future aspirations. So, and I intend to just be doing my own bits here, and this is just going to be so much fun. Bambling on. Right, this is the tech toilet, staff and ladies' toilets, offices, my office. Workshop 1, 2, 3, lots of area here, even some area for a Defender under there if there's not enough under there. We're going to go upstairs. There's no lights in here, this is building site obviously. New kitchenette and staff little seating area. A mini boardroom, how cute is this? They've put new kitchen cabinets in, and this is just, I'm sorry if this is boring, please do skip to the next video. Cutlery drawer, ridiculous. Part storage, so we have 6-7 racks to go up. Pallet storage, engines, discs, calipers, brakes, service kits, everything we always use, even a boiler, combi boiler, I haven't installed because I'm bored of using those little caravan heater things. I just want hot water and I want the offices to be warm when the guys come in. And then I've got a nice little viewpoint up here, and I had a really nice idea actually. A little bit stuck with this area because of the boiler, and I thought, do you know what, when we're in God, I'm out of breath going upstairs. I thought have something really cool to have up here. When you're installing headlight rings and radios into fascias, you need a soft table, or when you're trimming interiors, we need a soft table that's not in the workshop. So we're going to have to have like a carpeted wooden table here where we can install, we can do some soldering, we can assemble light bars, we can assemble radio fascias, we can do headlights, we can do trimming. And what a view as well of the workshop. This is really cool, I think. So there'll be a nice little area here where we can just sort of do some clean work, if you will, that's not related to nuts and bolts. But these tables are not to ever look like this. At the end of the day, they're going to be clean, unless obviously there's a project which is sitting on one which is in work, if you will. But these are going to be, this one's going to be there, that one's going to be on wheels, so it'll move around. Those two in between ramps, in the middle of ramp 2, so it'll be ramp 1, table, ramp 2, table, ramp 3, and the reason I did that is because when you take stuff off of a car, so I'm the car now, I'm working on the front right-hand corner here, and when I unbolt the brake, see, organisation. I take a brake disc off the car, an old one, and if there's no table immediately there, what tends to happen, what I've realised, even I do it as well, is the old disc goes on the floor, and I do not want that whatsoever. I want this place to be spick and span. So, you're going to take the rusty disc off, you're going to pop it on the table. Yeah, and then we're going to throw it straight in the scrap bin, and it's going to be organised. So, what we've realised is I'm over 30 because that is extremely boring. But all this organisation and efficiency is the meaning to one thing. I can deliver content. This is going to be a content factory. And I'm super excited to work after hours and just back in the groove, and I'm so excited to share this new chapter of Juice and this new part of my life. And I want you guys to come along and see exactly what we get up to. There's also going to be a few different things in the mix. I hope you're going to be excited to watch some different. We're really going to push the boundaries of what you're used to from watching me. So I'm very excited. Please drop your comments. Thank you so much for all the love and support over the years. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I really do mean that. And all of you guys who are customers, and all of you guys who love our Instagram and love our social media and all the work that we've done over the years for YouTube, thank you so much. This is literally just the start. So if you're new to the channel, my goodness, have you missed a lot. Please go back and watch what I used to get up to. There's literally an old video of me on the driveway fixing up my cousin's old Astra, which I bought for 300 quid, and I made £300 doing that little project. But this is amazing to me. I hope it is to you. This has cost an absolute fortune. I believe it's going to be absolutely worth it. I can come to work, I can be clean, we can have a coffee, we can sit down, we can do. This place is going to be putting out some incredible work. And it's just down to the organisation, efficiency, and the people you fill it with. My God, what fun. Guys, please do consider subscribing. I really hope you will. I hope you love the content. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And we'll see you guys. By the way, I apologise, I know it's been a long time. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you. Give you one last little thank you. 430 brake, brand new GM LS3. Slightly dusty from the builders, however, brand spanking new. Oh yes.